onboard action and carnage from the first cyclocross race of the season. And we are off, and Mac in front gets a shocker of a start. It's as if he's never clipped into a set of SPDs before, but it meant that I got a bad start, had to switch over to this right hand side to find some space because I got absolutely squeezed from a second row start. But in the end, I think I've managed to come away. I'm probably in like 9th position now, so not too bad after a stinker of a start. And you're probably thinking, why did you go on Mac's wheel for the start? Because he's the strongest bloke in this race. Turns out he can't clip into an SPD pedal. But after all that, not too bad of a start. So I'm in 9th place. I'm basically in the pack, the front pack, I guess you could say. But moving up was awkward. What you'll see is gaps start to open up straight away on this course, because if you ain't got the techers, you ain't got the power, gaps will open up, because there's a few like log jumps, a few hurdles, stairs, stuff like that. But moving up on this first bit was really tough, because you can see it is dry and it is fast and furious. There is like, when you're doing like 19, 20 mile an hour into these sections, you just can't move up. Turns out you can if you're Mac, because he's absolutely chopped me. After that terrible start, he's chopped me. But I'll let that happen because he's a stronger rider than me, and I realised that if I try and go with him or go back round him, I'm probably going to blow up. But so a couple of logs here, you can see already that gap that's opened up, and I'm trying to get past Eli in front of me here because I can see that gap opening and your boy is panicking. Now, I don't know at this point whether I have gone out too hot and I'm going to absolutely blow my biscuit, or if I'm able to maintain this. So during the race, I just had no idea. I was going off absolute passion is the only thing I can say. But coming into the next set of hurdles, this next section is where I really tried to get past. I tried to get up the inside dirty here, and Eli just stuck the elbow on me and obviously had the inside line for this next corner. Top work, my friend. I respect that, because if you're not rubbing, you ain't racing, ladies and gentlemen. And I try and do it again to him here. I'm an absolute dive bomber. You know this lad's a dive bomber. But Eli was not giving up. The man did not want to let me go past. So it was actually, what I was thinking at the time is, I am wasting so much energy battling for this spot. But look at the gap that's opening up ahead. So we instantly dive bomb up. Eli makes a mistake, but I'm trying to go with him and get past. So he then doesn't get past again. But we know we need to get past the Satonia rider to bridge onto that group. And Eli's tried to go again, and we were just battling each other. And it was pure carnage, because when you're doing this, you are burning matches. And then what I didn't realise is Jamie then comes round from behind. So I've lost a place in all that carnage. But the good thing is, the stairs are coming up. Your boy is training for a marathon, and I thought to myself, I'm just going to ping it up here and run. That Eli tried to ride it, cocks it up, then I can't get through the gap, and then Mr. George Mo Farah absolutely goes for it. They decide to remount, I decide to run, which doesn't pay off because I don't quite get past Jamie. But I do make up them 2 places, because your boy turned in to Mo Farah for 30 seconds. And then right now, like I was saying to myself, everyone is hurting right now. After that little run up, I know you're hurting. I mean, I was suffering after the run, but I knew that everyone else in the race would be hurting right now. But look at the gap that's opened up now. The racers, the front boys have gone, and it was all down to that start. And then flipping Eli's back again. The man will not leave me alone. Honestly, he did not want to let me get past him. But I was thinking to myself now, normally last season, this is the area right now where I massively would have struggled with like power, going up this climb. But I am about 11 kilos lighter than when I raced last year. So when I come past this section here, up this grassy drag, I surprised myself. For some reason, Georgie boy turned into Georgie Pogacar and decided to go on an overtaking spree. And I've made up, like 4 places there, and I'm trying to bridge back over to Jamie, who got me. So I think I've moved up into 6th position now. So I dropped back into about 10th, and just that little surge. Honestly, I don't know where the power came from. And in my head, I'm thinking, during the race, I remember thinking, have I gone too hard? This is a 1 hour race. Jamie makes a mistake here, drops his chain. So I've managed to move up into 5th place after an absolute shocker of a start. That was a result. I'm now in 5th place, but the problem is the gap. You can see the boys on the right there. They have got a fair gap on me now. It's probably like 10 seconds. It doesn't look like much, but you can see they're all the way down the other end of the field here. So I am playing chase now, and heart rate's now where it should be, absolutely blowing out my backside. But I'm doing good power. I'm doing like over what my threshold is at the moment. I reckon I'm at about 280 watts, but I'm also saying to myself, do not be stupid, do not blow up. So I'm sort of trying to go as hard as I can while also rein myself in. But wicked start, and then the battle commenced to try and 1, bridge back over, and 2, hold Jamie off from behind me. So about a lap later, or half a lap later, Jamie bridges back on. He's the guy that dropped his chain on that original bit, and you'll see just here I ease off the power and that allows him to come past, and I ease off too much. I think I just put too much of an effort in up the climb. So gap opens up, but thankfully he's riding like a lunatic and he drops his chain again. The man needs to learn how to keep his chain on. So top result, Georgie boy's back in 5th place because of a chain drop, and I was just pressing on with everything I had. You can see the boys up ahead, they have distanced me now. What you need to realise is there's a couple of corners, a straight, they are down by the hurdles. It's probably like 20-ish seconds, but I'm absolutely working my backside off because you can see Eli and Jamie on the left there hunting your boy down, and Jamie was going strong. Look on the left, he was hunting me down. The only thing that was keeping him at bay was the chain dropping. I'm not going to lie to you, it was an absolute result. I know you shouldn't wish a mechanical on anyone, but it was a result when his chain dropped. But eventually he did bridge back onto me, and I think it was just here he goes past, and I had to put a big effort in to go with him. I'm talking way over threshold for like 300, 400 watts, and it spikes again up here. 600 watts! Your boy has not got 600 watts in the tank, and you'll see the legs do not want to carry on over the top. This was a schoolboy error. I had to ease off. Where I'd put that big effort in to try and go with him, I eased off, and look at that gap opening up already. Unfortunately, I don't think he drops his chain this time. I could have done with him dropping his chain. I mean, he did take that off-camber section terribly, which allowed me to close the gap down a little bit. But he was really strong. Strong boy on the flats and putting me in the hurt box. So your boys dropped back to 6th, but I'm not giving up, and thanks to this guy that's going up there in the red jersey, he slowed Jamie down on the off-camber bit there, so I managed to get back on his wheel, and boy oh boy did I suffer right now. But I was saying to myself, he must be suffering as much as you, Georgie boy, because you're at least in the slipstream, but he must have been putting out some serious ponies right now. The horsepower must have been crazy, because I'm doing like 500 watts just to go with him, and I'm burning through matches left, right and centre. We were 28 minutes in here, so only halfway. Your boy's got to survive another half an hour of this, and yet again I just ease off too early and start letting like little gaps open up, and it wasn't for lack of trying, it was because I was just in the hurt box. And I remember every time that he started to open up this little gap on me, I was just saying to myself, come on Georgie boy, he's suffering as much as you. But there's that other side of your brain saying, no he's not, you're suffering way worse. But thankfully I managed to like keep the distance down as much as possible through this twisty section. The bit where I was struggling was as soon as we started to have to put the power down, he was really, really strong on the flat sections, and I was just trying with everything I could to go with him right now. So you see I start to close the gap down on the twisty sections, and then when we come back out, he'll pull away on this next drag again. But we've got like the logs, the hurdles, the run up, so I knew there was going to be areas where I thought I'm definitely going to be stronger than him. I don't know if Jamie does any running, but I'm pretty sure he's just a pure cyclist. The one benefit I had on this course was there was at least 3 points where you had to get off your bike and run. Cyclists hate running, your boy loves running at the moment, so every time I got the opportunity to get off and run, I was just absolutely Usain Bolt in it. And through here is where I managed to get sort of back on his wheel, and then he put the hurt on me again on the next section, and it was just like that every time. So over the hurdles, I'm pretty much back on his wheel now because there was a little run, and then he'd pull away again. But I wasn't fretting right now. I knew that one, he was probably going to have another mechanical at some point, another drop chain result, or two, I was going to be able to close this gap down once and for all when we got to the staircase. And that is what happened. We came through this section here, he pulls a little gap again. This is just laziness when I watch it back, but in the moment you are hurting so much, there's nothing you can do. But we got to the stairs, your boy goes pure Usain Bolt, and Jamie remounts and has an absolute shocker trying to get clipped back in. I manage to get clipped back in, get going, to get a little gap on him. I'm not sure if he had a mechanical, dropped his chain or what there, but I'm guessing it was just like a wrong gear scenario. But when we come past pits this time, I was expecting him to just bolt past me, but I think he goes into pits here, which allows me to get a little bit of a gap. I'm back in 5th place, and this section here got an absolute performance from the Satonia rider. I don't know where he's come from. I think I might have lapped him, but he says, "I'll jump on my wheel here." And I jumped on for a bit, and he's dragged me along. He bloody dropped me. Absolute powerhouse getting put out right now. He dropped me, but eventually I did manage to get past him in the next section, but it gave me that little spur to give it some beans, and then I got a gap from Jamie. I got a gap to Jamie, and then I thought I'd leave this little section in because everyone likes, the ladies will like this section. A little bit of Liam's backside. We all had a little bit of a laugh about this one. I'll play this clip now for you. Got to blow that out. Full arse cheek. Flipping heck. Well done, everybody. Someone got some pants. Have you got that on film? Yeah, you need some pants. And then we were back underway. So a little bit of a laugh. Liam took that like an absolute champ. I mean, if my backside was hanging out, I'm calling it a day. But to carry on, top work. But now it was literally just a case of putting the hammer down and holding on to 5th place. You can see a couple of specks on the screen here. We've got like a few spits of rain, nothing mental. But in all honesty now, I just got my head down, gave it the beans, and I managed to come away with 5th place. I do not know how. Maybe it's because I shaved my legs the night before. Maybe it was because the Vela Forte choose code George 20. But what a start to the season. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll catch you in the next one.